Subnautica 2 has a problem. It's not a huge problem, it's not a big issue, but it is an annoying one, and it is a problem all the same. Now the topic, of course, is weapons. The knife, the stasis rifle, or damaging the fauna in any way. I already said in my Subnautica 2 playthrough videos that I thought that I could damage the fauna, and yet I was baffled to realize and to learn that you actually can't. In my literal first hour of the game, I bonked the Morrow Breach for like 20 minutes. In the video, I cut it down, but I literally bonked it for like 20 minutes, thinking I was doing damage. Then I finished recording, and I went in again, bonking it for another freaking hour or something, thinking I was gonna eventually be able to kill it. Because it felt like it was something so mandatory. It felt like being able to kill enemies was just obvious. It was just something that, you didn't even think about having it removed because it was too important. It was a core aspect of the previous two games, Subnautica 1 and Below Zero. How do we go from bumping into fish on accident with the sea moth, then bumping into any sea creature and killing it in one hit with the sea truck, and now we can't even damage anything? As I've said before, it would be fine if the creatures weren't as hostile as they are. Now, I've seen that they've changed the hammerheads and how they react to light, and that's fine. I'm sure they're gonna adjust this in the future too. But as it stands, I'm not a huge fan of how little I can interact with the fish. And the response that they've gotten is, you're not on this planet to kill everything. You're on the planet to survive, to colonize, to live in it, to incorporate in it. The original response to when this issue was brought up was, go play something else. You're not supposed to kill things in this game. Go play a game where you can. Do you understand that players aren't gonna go play something else? They bought the game because they like the game. They're not gonna go buy another game and play that. They're just gonna download the minigun mod in the game and be able to kill every single creature. They're gonna pivot into mods already, and they stop trusting the devs to do what the players want. The whole point of the early access was that you would listen to player feedback. The feedback is that we want to damage creatures because it's been a core aspect of the game since the freaking beginning. If you're saying that you're not gonna add what we asked for, then I'm gonna add it myself. Why is it perfectly fine for Noah to use Fabricator Coon to demolish and destroy each singular fish? Or why is it fine that I put each single individual cute fish inside of a bioreactor and dismantle every single atom in their body to create energy, but oh my goodness, I want to damage a creature because it's annoying me outside of my base? Now that's a problem. Now that's an issue. When I get out of my base and I see John Leviathan Coon outside trying to eat my brains out, I want to be able to very quickly damage him enough so he leaves me alone. I'm the superior creature. I'm the intelligent one. Are the devs Nahima? Do they want the sea creatures to kill every one of us? Let's think of our role in the game. We're the qualified investigator. Last time I checked, investigators roll around with weapons. Let's leave aside the fact that our character would probably want to print a pistol or a revolver or make a cyclops and put torpedoes or a nuclear warhead. Why can I use the fabricator to demolish fish but not actually have a weapon that deals with them? If I get out of my base one time, I find a Morrow Breach outside of my home, I can deal with him. I can, of course, take a flare, take him in another spot, throw the flare, and he'll stay there. And then I return to my base and I lead him away. I can deal with him. But why do I have to go through this big process if if I could just hit him a couple times with a knife and make him retreat? Why do I have to go through this complicated process if I could simply just do something simpler? In my Subnautica 1 playthrough, I made the joke of, I want a rifle, I want a weapon, and criticized the fact that there's the alien rifle behind like a glass compartment. That was a joke at the end of the day. I don't need a rifle to survive in Subnautica 1. And in my first Subnautica 2 video, I made the same joke again. There still aren't weapons in the game. At that point in time, I didn't realize how much that actually would change my mind, because it's a joke at the end of the day, but it's a joke that has a different foundation. Whereas in Subnautica 1, I had options. I had the stasis rifle to stop any ill-intentioned creatures if I want to just explore something. I had the knife to kill or harm any others. There were ways to defend myself in that game. So having a rifle is just overkill, and it was a joke. It felt like a joke. In this one, it feels like, you don't have that same choice. The multi-tool is not damaging anything. Now, at the foundation, this isn't a huge issue, right? You can deal with the creatures in a way. You can deal with them. But to me, it's not about killing the creature. It's not about the act itself of just demolishing every single creature. If someone wants to play Subnautica 2 right, they're not gonna kill every single creature. It's the takeaway of the player's choice. Because at the end of the day, in Subnautica 1, if you decided to kill a creature, it was your choice. You had it. In Subnautica 2, though, you don't have that choice anymore, because you can't kill them. You can't have that choice. So you're forced into a certain playstyle, and I don't like that. It would have been fine if it was the same thing as in the previous games, but it wasn't. You purposely took away a feature that had player choice, and I don't like that. I don't like the fact that you took away player choice. Player freedom is the biggest thing that players want in games. I'm gonna be honest. To me, and I think I'm just a normal player, I'm just a normal guy. To me, I want more freedom in games. I want to do whatever the hell I want. Because at the end of the day, if I'm playing like a survival game, I expect to do it my way. I expect to survive. I expect to have my own story. I want my own stuff. I want to survive my own way, because it's my story. It's my game. I bought it. I want to play a certain way. And you can't take that choice away, because you're gonna get criticized. And that's what's happening now. And it's fine, right? Maybe it's only me. Oh wait, it's not actually only me. Many people have the same criticism. Many people don't like that you took away some things from the game, such as damaging enemies. I feel like the devs are already listening, and they're probably gonna do something about it. They're probably gonna add some things that will damage enemies in the future, and this is all gonna be fixed at the end of the day. I feel like that's gonna be the case. But for now, this is a criticism, and I want to lay it out because it's an annoying criticism. It's not a big one. It's just annoying to not be able to deal with anything, because it's annoying to not have the choice to deal with anything permanently, right? If some fish pisses me off, like a nibbler comes in when I need to do my 1 meter from my normal base to my tadpole dock because I couldn't build it right, and he damages me. He takes off 4 health off of me. That's not a big thing. That's gonna heal itself. It's not a big thing, but it's annoying. Just these things that follow you around, they're gonna damage you. It's not gonna be much damage, but it's just annoying. I wanna deal with them. I wanna just throw a torpedo at their face and deal with them forever. I don't want to have these things around my base. Am I gonna have to move the whole base now? Sure, I could do that, but it's annoying. Why not have a simpler option? That's what I'm saying. I don't want to go on too long. That's it. See ya.